Hey everybody, Davinci Resolve Tano here, internet's busiest color nerd. Just kidding. It's me, Ricky. Hey, how's it going? Probably my first tutorial. I shouldn't be ripping off Anthony Fantano, but I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's driving me nuts lately, and it's these damn HLG files that come from the GH5 camera. Now, the Panasonic GH5 shoots in HLG hybrid log gamma 10-bit color, which is incredible. Gives you a lot of dynamic range, gives you a lot of bit depth in your color. It's just a great thing. If only your computer could handle it. If only software could handle it. And as of yet, we have not really seen a whole lot of support from Adobe or Davinci and getting these files to play nice with your editor. In fact, I can't even get these files to preview in my Finder when I just want to like check footage once I've put it onto the computer. Anyways, that's annoying. You know, what do we do? I'm really genuinely curious on the best way that we can figure out to do this. So if you guys know of an amazing way to get this stuff to play nice with DaVinci or Premiere, please comment in the section below. In the comment section below, I should say. In the meantime, what I found that works decently is to transcode into ProRes. If you're on PC, you might want to use DNxHD files instead of ProRes files. But you know, those are decent codecs that are gonna retain the color bit depth, I should say, of your files, of your 10-bit files, and they'll actually work. They'll work in your editor, which is awesome. Beyond that, though, I kind of wanted to talk also about how to color these files, because they aren't the same as, you know, a lot of your other picture profiles that you shoot with in your camera. These are not standard definition picture profiles, these HLG files, so there is a specific way in how to grade them. So I'll show you what a lot of people will do with a HLG file like this. You know, they see this, it looks okay, but you know, we can make it better. It doesn't look like other footage would look like, right? So we might go in, add some contrast, but not that much contrast. Add a little contrast, add a little saturation. And we should probably white balance it, right? It looks a little hot. Looks super hot, actually. So we got our before and after. And they, you know, that's okay. It looks alright, but there's a much better way to do this. And that is to convert your Rec 2020, which is what HLG is. It's a high dynamic range, which is in the Rec 2020 color science. And we want to convert that to Rec 709 color space. Rec 709 is the stuff that you'd see on consumer end, you know, on a YouTube video, on Netflix, on broadcast television, etc. That is the standard for contrast, colors, dynamic range, etc. For consumers. So that's really where we want to get to. If you like this HLG stuff, then you can turn this video off now, but you know, we're gonna try to make this look a little nicer. Alright? So how about we throw in a LUT here? So we're gonna add a serial node. Maybe. Yeah, here's our serial node. And we're gonna right click. We're gonna go to LUTs. LUTs. There's so many good LUTs in the world. The LUT that I'm using today is the Driftwood HLG LUTs Rec 2020. So this gives you a decent conversion from Rec 2020 color space to Rec 709. I'm going to add that on there. Boom! Look at that. Colors popping, nice and contrasty, and you know, very minimal work involved here. But it doesn't look great. You know, we're pretty damn hot here. You look at that. It's super warm. What did we do wrong? We didn't white balance. We didn't white balance our shot before we started doing stuff to it. So let's add a little cereal before that, and we're gonna do our little magic wand tool to isolate this node, and we're gonna do a white balance. So I'm gonna white balance on the steering wheel because that kind of gives us an idea of the ambient light that we're working with, and we're gonna white balance that. I like to white balance with the curves tool here. Oops. There's many different ways to white balance. This is one particular way I like to do it. So here, let's look at before, after, before, after. And before, you know, there's a lot of green, a lot of orange, red, I should say. And now we have something that looks a little more white balance. Oops. Okay. So now, once we have the white balance with the LUT, it looks a little bit more tamed and a little bit more accurate. Here's the LUT without the white balance, and here's with it. Kind of tames that green, tames that red. You know, the colors just kind of stand out a little bit better. They punch through and stand on their own a little bit better, I think. What else can we do here? Well, another thing I would suggest is creating a serial node and working with these skin tones. They look like they might be a little bit off. So let's take a look here. And what we're going to do, we want to qualify our skin tones. So we're going to make a qualified selection and just grab as much of the skin as we can. Let's go over here to the hand, grab some more, and we're going to solo that so we can see what we're actually doing. Okay, so that's pretty good. You might be saying to yourself, "Whoa, you're grabbing his hat, you're grabbing the car." That's okay. That's more than okay. For our purposes, it's okay if you grab things other than the skin tones. But we really want to clean up this blocky, gross looking noise. Because when we play through the footage, any corrections are going to flash around like that with those blocky blocks, and it's not going to look good. So we got to fix that. The best way to fix that is using this matte finesse. And we're just going to finesse that matte. The clean black and the clean white are the main tools you're going to want to work with. That looks a lot better. Much better. Okay, so let's do a little power window here so we can just isolate the skin tones for a moment. And we want to just kind of see where those skin tones line up on the vector scope down here. They actually look like they're lining up fairly well. But you have the skin tone indicator here. This line is right where you want your skin tones to lie. I used to think that you want them like kind of down the center like that, but I am more siding with the belief that you should just kind of get it along that line. So to the right, more towards your reds and your magentas here. So you want to add magenta to get closer to that way, or you want to add green to go to the left. And we really don't have to tweak that much. Looks pretty damn good. We didn't really have to tweak it at all. I might add a little warmth to your skin tones, and that's always nice. Not too much warmth, but just a little bit. So we can see before, after, maybe. After. Okay. A little subtle change. And honestly, this shot is pretty close. Let's do an outside selection. And maybe just cool down that outside selection slightly. You can see the extreme there. You know, just a little bit. Just to kind of create some color separation and have that skin and those warm colors really pop against those cooler greens and dark shadows. I think it looks really nice. Last step would be to draw the viewer's eye in with a little subtle vignette. Go to our power window. Just gonna add a little vignette in there. Yeah, and we're pretty much done. Look at that. So let's take a look at before and after. Before and after. Looks beautiful. So how do you guys like to color grade with your HLG footage? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your guys' input on how you work with this incredible codec that is also incredibly difficult for these editors to handle. Signing off. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.